Hello YouTube, and welcome to another one of my racking review videos. And today we're going to be talking about a machine that I did a review on back in 2014. This one I've had in the collection now for a couple of years, if not more than that. As I say, I did do a review on it before, but that review went on for nearly an hour. It was about 55 minutes long. So I decided with the new look for the channel that I'm going to be recording a lot of these again, especially the very long ones that were only in the sort of the narrow screen. So I've decided with plenty of room lighting and widescreen 1080 to do some of these ones all over again. And we're going to do this one today, which is the X4 Extra. It's part of the SEBO range, as I say. They are currently available to buy still in the shops. I've just had a look on SEBO's website to see what the current version is. It's the X4 Extra Eco, and that one is an 1100 watt machine. This one's a 1300 watt, so it has been very slightly affected by the EU regulation change in 2014. But essentially what's being sold now today is, apart from the motor power, pretty much identical to this one. Okay, so I'll get the camera off and we'll go for a bit of closer shots and have a look at the cleaner in detail to get going then. Okay, right, starting at the top then, what we've got, nice handle here. It's fairly high up. It's a tall cleaner, I would have said. Comes quite high on me. So if you're a shorty, you might find this one a little bit tall for you. On the top here you've got your on-off switch, which is in a very good position. I always like to have the on-off switch on the top of the handle. It makes it an awful lot easier than if you're continually fiddling around at the bottom here trying to find your switch, like on some cleaners. Okay, at the back of the handle here you've got the outlet for the cable. Again, it's in another excellent position, but on older ones of these, when they have been used for a while, they do tend to cause a few problems on this joint here. The cable breaks internally inside this grommet. The grommet itself can break and facilitate a new cable, and that can be done quite easily on this. I'll go into that in a bit, but for now we're just going to have a look at the details of the machine. We've got a cable here. It's a 10-metre cable on this. It's a very long one, so you can have a good cleaning range. Okay, coming down, we've got the dusting brush on the front there. It's a full-size one. What we do find with this is that when you've got it turned on, the bristles some of the internal bristles do sort of get sucked into the air path on this. It still sucks the dirt up, but the bristles are a little wee bit long, I think, for that. So that's your dusting brush there. Then we've got the hose. This is a relatively short hose on this machine, and again, when I do the demo of it, you'll see how this hose works. Okay, on the other side here, what we've got is the wand. Now, on other machines would have extension tubes, but this one has its own wand, and again, we'll go into that when I put the camera back over on the table. I'll demonstrate how that works. On the back here, what we've got is the carry handle. See, rather than always putting your fingers underneath here, which can snap that off, you always put them and carry it from that point there inside. That will then turn round, enabling you to take your cable off. On the back here, going down again, we've got the full-size crevice tool there, and we have the upholstery tool on the bottom. Going down again further, what we have here is the pedal release here, so you press that down to recline the back. This little switch here goes from side to side. I just push that one, yep, and backwards there. All that does, when you recline the machine, it either decides whether you can recline the back all the way down to the floor, or in the other position you can recline it down to a certain point, after which if you lower it any further, the head I don't know whether I can demonstrate that at the moment. So what we're doing, we're reclining it all the way back. In that position there, it'll go flat to the floor. Okay. But if I click the switch across and then recline it again, it then, you can see as the more you lower it down, it tips the head off the floor for getting over area rugs. Okay. Personally, I have it in the flat to the floor position here. Okay. So we're out to the front of the machine. You've got the bag latch there, the bag door, and coming down here, SEBO anti-allergy, hospital grade, S-class filtration, the SEBO logo there. Then coming down further, we've got the this knob here, this little button. When you press this, the top completely comes off the bottom. That's how it comes when it's brand new, and you have to push this part here, the bag housing, onto the motor unit at the bottom. It also enables you to remove any blockages that might get stuck. Going down again further, we've got the power head itself. Now we can see there, SEBO Automatic X4 Extra. Made in Germany, it's not made in China, which is a surprise these days. We know what my feelings are for stuff that's made in China. Okay, now one of the parts, the interesting points about this machine is it's very clever. It's got its own little brain, and it's capable of automatic height adjustment in the true case of the word this time. No, it doesn't mean a little spring on the brush roll. This means it's a proper servo motor that controls the up and down wheel underneath that lowers and raises the head onto the carpet. So what it has, it's got a series of tooth belts inside, linked up to the motor here in the top there, and on those little, there's like a sprocket in between the two belts, which has a sensor on which senses the speed at which it's going round. And as the cleaner lowers itself down, when the brush roll comes in contact with the carpet, it starts to slow the motor down slightly, and it senses that, and then it realises then, yes, okay, I'm down into the pile of the carpet now, I won't go down anymore. So then it stops, it turns that little down light off, and then it stays at that height until the motor speed changes again. When what it does, it continually monitors how close it is to the pile of the carpet all the time you're using it. So these lights here will flash occasionally as it goes up or down according to the undulations in the carpet. This brush here, this light, sorry, check brush, that's a multifunction light, that is. The usual time it comes on is if you're using the tools, it's in the upright position and you happen to pull on the cleaner, and it's because the brush roll is always spinning on this when the motor's on, it doesn't have a separate brush roll motor. What it will do, it'll sense that the brush roll then is touching the carpet because you yank the machine forwards like that when you're using the tools. It senses it and it makes this light flash here. It also attempts to raise the head even further, so you see that up light come on and it raises it further off the floor, so that the brush roll shouldn't come in contact with the carpet and scorch it when you're using the tools. It also comes on when the brush itself, the bristles wear down to a certain point where they're not being efficient anymore, so that will then light up then as well to tell you that the brush needs changing. And it also comes on, what it's got is a very another clever feature, is that if you do get something jammed in the brush roll, okay, like a sock or a pair of underwear or whatever it is on your bedroom floor, or the tassels off the bedspread, and it jams that brush, rather than snapping the belt like it would do on a lot of other machines, because this is a toughed geared belt, it senses the fact that it's stalled the motor, and it switches the motor off straight away. It turns the power to the motor off, and what you then get is that light flashes very quickly, and you remove your blockage from the machine, just stopping the brush roll, turn it on and it clears it. Your bag full light, that basically comes on when it detects there's an obstruction to the airflow or a blockage. That glows red. On this particular machine, I did try it out the other day, it's actually, if you leave that machine running with that light on for about 25 seconds it shuts the motor off. It turns the machine off and that light there flashes. If you don't empty the bag or clear the blockage and turn it on again, that light will come on
you'll be on for another 20 odd seconds, and it'll turn itself off again. It'll keep doing that till you empty the bag or clear the blockage, so it's very clever. Okay, let's just turn the machine over then. Right, what we've got here then, this is the underside of the power head, and we can see there the brush roll, and we can see the pile adjustment wheel here. This is the what controls the height of the machine against the carpet. Inside there is the servo motor I was talking about, and there's like, it raises that wheel in and out of the cleaner to lower it or raise it. There's the stock label there, saying it's a 1300 watt machine. So the modern one now says, I presume that would be 900 watts, maximum 1100. Like this one here is 1100 watts, maximum 1300. There we go, so that's the label. We've got the brush roll here. Interesting feature with this is that button that we saw on the top. Now if I put this down just here, if we press the button in, we can take the side panel off. I always find this a little bit fiddly, to be quite honest, trying to get this off. Okay, that just pulls off like so, and then what we can do is we just slide out the brush roll like so, and that reveals the SEBO X4 brush roll. You can buy these online, they're about £20, so they're not an expensive brush roll. Now they do last a hell of a long time anyway, but when they do eventually wear down, you can see that one's quite dirty because it gets a fair bit of use, this machine. It's covered in dust. So what we can do, we just buy a new one of those. There's different types of over. You get one for, I think one's got really hard, tough brushes on, one's got softer brushes. So there we go. Now we can see inside there, that's the drive spindle there. The belt is at the end, so it doesn't clean to the edge of the carpet on that side, but it will do on that side. Okay, so now what we can do is slide it back in again. You can do this with the machine turned the other way, so it's stood upright. Okay, that's that. We just put the end cap back on now. This is, again, always the part that I seem to find very fiddly to do. There must be an easy way of doing this. There we go. That went on alright that time, but I do sometimes have a bit of a struggle with that. So there's the bottom of the machine there. Again, we can see just how good quality everything is on this machine. It is all put together really, really well. Everything is fantastic quality. There we go. So let's stand it up. Right, so now we're back with the front of the machine here. I'm going to show you how the bag system works inside the machine. What we've got here, we've got to open the bag door, pulling the, just make sure the camera's pointing at it is. Opening like so, and then what we do is reveal the bag inside, which is the SEBO 5093 ER. These are the older type bags, these are the paper bag ones. The more modern bags now are like a microfiber, like a fleecy material. These bags here used to come in packs of 10, or you could get a service box, and the service box is what this is here. So what we can see there is originally that would have had one microfilter, one exhaust filter, and 10 paper bags in. All that's left in it now is just what looks like to be about 7 or 8 bags there. I bought this off eBay a couple of years back. It was going for about £2–3, so I thought, well, I might as well have those because save a bit of money there. The box is a bit battered, but there we go. So what we have, these bags, and we have the little lids like that. that what we do is when we're going to empty the bag, we take the lid that we keep in the bottom of here and we put it on top of the bag like that to seal the bag up, and then we squeeze the little tabs in and pull the bag out of the holder, and we can take that away and throw it out. We bring the new bag in. Obviously it wouldn't have the little cap on it, and we get it into our bag compartment here, engage it like so, and then push it all the way in like so. Take our bag door, offer it back up, and that's all there is to it. Very, very easy to change the bag on this. Inside here, what we've also got, let me just make sure the camera can see that. Yes, it can. Let's turn it around here. It's a little bit fiddly trying to hold the camera at the same time, so I've put it over here on the side. This is the exhaust microfilter. It just slides out. They recommend that you change these after every 18-20 bags. This one, as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit dirty now. I've never actually changed this one. It just shows that the bags are pretty good. They don't let that much dirt through, but they do let some. They let a little bit of dust through. You can see it in there. But this catches it. It's the S-Class filtration there. Filters 99.9% of the dirt out. 3-layer bag system. It's an older system now. It's been going for quite a while, this has, but it's still very efficient, still very effective. It's got a little safety device there, which means with this missing you can't put the bag door on. So you just push that back up with my finger there and slide that in, and like I say, that gets replaced with every service box. So you could buy a pack of 10 bags, then buy a service box, then a pack of 10 bags, then another service box, and the service boxes are about £20 to £25, which got 10 bags and the 2 filters. Okay, I'll show you the other filter as well. That clips back on. To get to the other one, put the back all the way down to the bottom. Just grab the camera. And what we've got here, this is the exhaust filter inside this little cover. So we take it off by pressing that up and then lift off, and there we can see the exhaust filter inside, and you can see how black that is. It's not the best type of filter, that one isn't. But again, you do get those with the service box, which is there, and that just fits back in there. And the cover just pushes on like so. So that's the way you change the bags and the filters. Okay, right, so we're going to unravel the cable off the back. Now we've had a close-up of the machine. Because I realised on the last videos I did in 2014, I never had many close-ups, the camera was always permanently on the top there. Okay. Now it's plugged in. What we can do, we can turn it on, and I'll just show you the hose working there. That's the hose and wand. Turbo brush here. what they do with the SEBO X4 Extra is you get supplied a extended length stretch hose like this here. This will go all the way up the stairs. And you pull it apart like so. And all that does, that's stored separately from the machine, so you don't need to use it every day, just if you need to get up the stairs or long reach, and that just pushes, just a rubber cuff on there, pushes on, and it'll give you then quite a long reach. I mean, that would stretch all the way over to the window there. But one of the disadvantages with this, which why I didn't want to do that, is if you pull this too much, it falls over, and it does it every time. So you have to learn the trick with these machines, is that when you're using this, always try and prop it up against something if you can, or lay it down on its back. If you're doing it when you're going along, then the best thing is just to hold the handle like I did then on that demonstration there, when I was using the hose. Okay. Now what we also got is a little facility that when you've finished using it and you put the wand away, there's a little lug just here that you have to engage this on that lug. Push that back in, and then what it should do sucks the hose back in for you, which is rather nifty, so you're having to mess around pushing it all back in. So if I just get the camera off then and push it along, and what I'll show you first is how the bag full light works on there. We'll take the hose out, and what I'll do, I'll put my hand over the hose and we'll simulate the bag full, and we'll see how long it takes before it switches itself off on that feature. There we go, that was about 25 seconds. It's a little bit longer than what they say it is, I suppose. I think they say about 10 seconds, but with this one, for some reason, it does like to take its time before it switches itself off. So that's that feature there. And then what we do, we clear the blockage, and then when you turn the machine off, which I'm going to do now, the light goes off. And you can restart again.
have it. That's the little demonstration there of me doing another little cleaning session in the front room and the back. And you can see what a dream and what a joy this machine is to use. It's very quiet, it's very refined, it's very, very easy to push round. That automatic height adjust, I mean, some people say they don't particularly like it because they don't feel it gets far enough down to the carpet, but I can see plenty of the brush lines on the carpet there. I know how well it cleans. It's a very, very good machine. They've been selling these. The Automatic X has been in circulation now since 1991, so it's 25 years this particular type of machine's been going for. In 1999 it had its facelift into what it looks like now. So I mean, it's been going like this now for 17 years, unchanged virtually, apart from changing the motor wattage in 2014. So it's a very, very easy machine to maintain, and I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Until the next time, I shall bid thee farewell. Bye for now.